to another episode of Outcasts to Icons. And as always, guys, if you are enjoying the series, please do drop a like on the video. Now, we're going to jump straight in with a question of the day. And as always, guys, if you do have an idea for a question of the day, please do drop it in the comments to this video with the hashtag QOTD. Now, today's question, I had to skip one because it no longer applies. Unfortunately, that's the problem with going through this list. Sometimes it just sort of, they get outdated, but that's great. I've still got a great list here and we should be able to do one every day, which is kind of cool. So, question of today is, do you think England as a national football team are overrated? So please do let me know what you think in the comments. I'd be very interested to hear. The short answer, and probably the long answer, is yes. Yes, I do. I think we get whipped up into a massive frenzy every time there's a major tournament coming around. Admittedly, at the last World Cup, the expectations seem to be a little bit more realistic. Admittedly, we still fell well short of those expectations, but at least we weren't expected to win it. Like, there's always this kind of attitude of, oh yeah, we can go all the way. Well, no, we can't. Like, we don't have that many world-class players in our squad, if any, really. And then people go, oh, well, this guy's world-class. Is he, though? Compared to some of the players that other countries have got, we really don't have that many standout players that can consistently perform. England, England think of themselves like a Chelsea or a Man United, whereas in fact they're probably more like a West Brom. No offence to West Brom, they're still a top flight side, but they're not going to be challenging for the league. It's just how it is with England at the moment. I think there is a possibility in the future that we could do, given the right coaching at the youth level, but there's not enough money being put into grassroots football at the moment. It just isn't. So there you go, and that's my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be very interested to hear. So, in our last episode, we were knocked out of the Europa League 5-1 on aggregate by Spurs. It was a pretty poor time for all of us, really, but we needed to try and get back in and concentrate on the league, and our time, it's been tough, but we're still playing very, very well in a lot of these games. Getting a bit of luck, getting a little bit of unluckiness. It kind of comes and goes, ebbs and flows, comes and goes. So, but me. In today's episode, this month, my God, my words are going all funny here. Yeah, we started off the back of that result in Spurs with a trip to Sevilla, and it was a poor one. We were not good in this one. It was a case of Brian Rodas gave them the lead on 24 minutes and then added a second on half an hour before Joao Villagra made it 3-0. And at half-time, being 3-0 down there, we just weren't putting a foot in, and unfortunately that's the problem with not committing so many fouls. Sometimes it does mean that we do get run rings around, but it also means that we don't get a lot of bookings, which is fantastic, because no suspensions, in theory. In the second half, we tried to sort of shake things up. We went on attacking. Vidra got on back for us before Alvaro Morata added another, but it wasn't quite enough, and it was disappointing, because Sevilla are 8th, 9th in the league, and to lose their quite comfortably, really, although the scoreline may not reflect it, was a little disappointing, and it really did put a dent in it. It's like, I still think that top 4 is pretty much comfortably ours now. When you look at the gap you'll see in a minute, it's huge. The teams below us have fallen away, but it is between us and Athletic Bilbao for that third spot, and my God, I'm going to show you their form in a minute, because I noticed that they seem to be winning a lot, and I went and had a look, and this is insane. But first, next up we have Malaga at home, and this one was a bit more like, we seem to be encouraging more and more teams to shoot from long range against us. Once again, typified here, in the sense that they have a lot of shots sometimes, but not always very many on target. This is not the best example of that, but the game against Numancia, coming up in a minute, I'll show you, is absolutely the prime example of that. Vidra has been fantastic and really has done captain's work for us since Luis has been out injured. He's taken over as our top scorer now, and rightly so. 2 goals in the first half of this one before Alpha Freitas Reyes, who had an absolute stormer of a game at one point this month as well, added a third. Joao got on back for Malaga late on, but I expected to win this one. This is the kind of performance in terms of goals that I expected to get against Sevilla, but it just didn't happen for us on that night, but we managed to make up for it today. So again, ebbs and flows. Next up, we had Recreativo Huelva away from home, and this was just... this was more like it from us. It is Recreativo, and they are now relegated, of course. They were relegated with 8 matches to spare, which is insane, on the 20th of March. We have had a youth intake as well, guys, but there was literally no one in it above 2 stars potential. It was really poor, which is a shame. I might have to take a look at our youth facilities, but unfortunately, we've now got negative money. That is how bad the situation at this club was. We had 20 million in the bank now, and despite me not spending any money and giving us a surplus wage budget at times of £60,000 a week, we've still lost all that money this season. That's how badly overspending they were, and we may have to do a lot of work in the summer to try and rectify that issue. I don't know what sort of prize money we're going to get in at the end of the year, but there could be real financial trouble coming up for us very, very soon, and I don't know how they've got themselves into this state. I'm guessing they've overspent massively in order to try and get into the Champions League, whereas we've done it this year with the same squad but by getting rid of a load of players, so hey, who knows. Freitas Reyes gave us the lead on 17 minutes, and Mate Vidra added another on 23 before Freitas Reyes wrapped up the victory at this point, I thought anyway, making it 3-0. However, Francisco was then sent off for Recreativo, and at that point it was a case of, right, we've got this game done. Miguel Lopez actually got a surprise goal back for them, and a rare goal, I should point out. They don't score many as well, these guys. Their goal difference is appalling. We then added a fourth through Freitas Reyes to complete his hat-trick, which is nice to see, really. It's nice to see him get that before our hero of the last couple of episodes, Mateus Honsak, made it 5-1. Probably one of our biggest wins of the season, and a thoroughly deserved win at that. Next up, we had Numancia away. This is what I mean about luck. Sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. Like, they had look at the amount of fouls. 24 fouls were committed in this match. And it was insane. It really, really was. And frankly, I think that we were a little bit lucky because in the first half, they absolutely battered us. Admittedly, lots of long shots, but they were hitting the target with them. And that's important. Ignacio Abaledo gave them the lead on 49 minutes. Despite all that first half pressure, they couldn't break us down. And in the second half, we actually started off quite well. However, Abaledo gave them the lead, and I was a little bit worried. So I decided to switch things up a little bit. Of course, Freitas Reyes had gone off as well, which didn't exactly help. We made a few changes at halftime. Fustin came off. He just wasn't quite working out for us. Honsak ended up coming on, but we had to move some stuff around eventually because of the way that the injuries happened. We had to substitute at 1.2. We managed to equalise on 71 minutes through Mate Vidra, and that was fine. I would have taken a draw because Numancia, despite being a sort of mid-table side, did beat us at home, and whatever way they play seems to have an effect on us that I wasn't quite able to suss out. But then Vidra added a second on 75 minutes to give us the lead, and I thought, okay, let's just hang on, and we went back to counter then, and in stoppage time, I thought they were about to score, but we broke, and Mateus Honsak in again, 3-1. Massive result. I think they probably deserved more, but then maybe we deserved more out of the home game against them. Swings and roundabouts, people. So this leaves the league looking like this. Atletico are still top, but Real Madrid have a game in hand on them, which is against us at home. So I sense that they'll probably win that, and Real Madrid actually might well win this league. But as you can see, Athletic Bilbao are keeping up with them amazingly. They really are just doing fantastically well. We've got to try and overcome them. Now, a win today would take us back above Athletic Bilbao, but only just. It's so tight. They've been so good lately. We've still only drawn one game all season, which is impressive. As you can see, Huelva are relegated. They've only scored 13 times all season. Have already conceded 80 goals. I think they'll concede over 100 this year, personally. We're also the top scorers in this division, I've just noticed, but I've also conceded quite a few, and that's another issue when it comes to goal difference. So, but I wanted to show you Bilbao's schedule, because look at this. I mean, they've not lost since they played Atletico in December. And they've won their last 5 league games on the bounce. A couple of draws in there. 2 more wins. Draw, win, win, draw, win, win. Oh, admittedly, there's a friendly in there. But they're in insatiable form, and I just don't know how we're going to be able to stop them, basically. I just don't know if we're going to be able to finish above them. Although, they do have some tougher games coming up, though. Okay, they've got Espanyol away, but then they have to travel to the Bernabeu. They do then have to host Atletico. They then have to host us, and then travel away to Sevilla and Malaga. So it might be a little bit of a tougher run-in for them, which might just allow us, if we can pick up enough points against some of the teams around us, to sneak above them. But we do still have to play away at Athletic Bilbao, as well as away at Real Madrid and at home to Barcelona. So it's going to be an incredibly interesting run-in, that's for sure. I still think there's an outside chance of us getting that 3rd place, but it could really be very tough. Anyway, let's take a little gander here. Top goal scorer, of course, is Vidra now, with 26 in 23 starts is genuinely brilliant. Assists, Federico with 18. Player of the match, Luis with 6, which is nice, although he's still not going to be back for a while yet. Average rating, Federico still top there. 124, lovely old job. Key passes is Federico, of course. Key tackles is Insua with 35. And interceptions, of course, he leads as well with 438, but he has played 47 games for us. He's just been solid as a rock. I don't think he's missed a single game all season. Value, of course, is all about that Luis. Now, let me just take a little look and see how close Federico is to Correa. Not even that close. In fact, Lolo Cano of Barcelona. I can't believe that he wanted to join. I can understand that, fair enough, joining Barcelona, it's Barcelona. But they're not exactly doing that well this year, and he's joined them despite... I wish that the game kind of could see the dynamic there of joining a club that are worse in the league than you, particularly as it's not just like a one-season thing. But, what can you do? Anyway, let's get into this. Sorry, I accidentally clicked season preview before we did the game, so we'll just quickly go back into tactics. Yeah, okay, sorry, I didn't want to accidentally click that and end up submitting the team, although it probably wouldn't have let me anyway. So let's just do a quick pick and see what we can move around. Now, with the injuries, Ayala's out injured, Freitas Reyes is injured. Do we have really... This is the problem. Fustin may well have to play here. I don't like it, but we don't really have much of a choice in this one. I often substitute him at half-time lately because he just doesn't seem to be able to cut it. Bentaleb's performances of late have dropped off, which is disappointing, but only time will tell if that comes back. This is huge for us because it's a home match. It's a winnable game against Mallorca. We really, with Valencia winning, it doesn't make much difference. As you can see, the gap is just catastrophically huge for anyone else, basically. A win here puts us 13 points clear of Barcelona with 6 matches left. We're going to come fourth at the very lowest, which is good, but I'd like to see us do a little bit better than fourth. I'd like to see if we can sneak into that third spot and oust Athletic Bilbao, but they look really, really tough at the moment. We're going to have to hope that they drop some points. They will drop points against some of those big teams, you'd feel. But I think we might need more than that. I think we might need them to slip up against some of the worst teams like that. I can't remember who they've actually got, but it's going to be tough because we've got some crazy tough games to come up as well. We've got to play Real Madrid. No, we don't have to play Atletico. We've got to play those 3 though, and I don't know if we're going to have quite enough to go over the line, and we are good on that. Again, don't know who that is. Wow, they've got a guy up front called Success. Isaac Success. Oh, that is a brilliant name. Sorry, I really enjoyed that. Lovely old job. Right, any other silly names? I didn't know. He must not have played up front for us when we played them before, because I definitely don't remember seeing him. Maybe he did. Okay, right. We're good to go. Yeah, Insua has played 47 times for us this year. He's been an absolute rock. So there we have it. Look at Juaro as well. 14 goals and 14 assists is absolutely insane. Federico has been fantastically creative, but maybe we could chip in with a couple more goals, perhaps. But it's all about Vidra for me. 26 goals this year. I think he can hit 30 for us. And when you consider that he's not even, he spent a lot of the first half of the season coming off the bench to replace Luis because of our one striker type of system, it's impressive. We need a good performance here. We need a win. We've won our last few, got a bit of luck in some of them, and win that. Insua does brilliantly there. Honsak, not exactly full strength. We're missing a few players, which isn't ideal, but we need some heroes today. We need to get that 4 straight wins. We need to try and get back to the sort of form that Bilbao are showing, basically, as they're almost certainly going to win their next game too. Juaro in the box, takes it outside the box annoyingly. Vico, go on son, he scored. What did I say about Vico needing to get us more goals? He's only got 3 all season and now he's gone and scored 1 here. That is a massive goal which moves us back up. Technically, as much as that moves us back into the title race, I just don't think we're ever going to be able to get quite close enough to it. We're going to finish probably very close, but I just think the entire 4 are going to finish very close, and it's between us and Bilbao for that 3rd place basically, and I really do want it. I want that Champions League football for this club because I think that could rescue us financially at the moment. I think that might be the only thing that can rescue us financially. Oh, excellent stuff. Varela. Now, we do have Victor, who is a very, very talented, or certainly has a lot of potential from what Oh, okay, I'm thinking of someone else. We've got another player called Victor, I think. He'll have to do, basically. I don't really want to have to bring off Varela because he is one of our better players and one of our more consistent players, if I'm honest. Oh, what about that from Vico? He's looking up for it today, and that's what we need to see. Fustin, as long as he doesn't make any embarrassing mistakes in that role, I'll be happy with it. Fustin, back to Vico. He's got a goal already. Johnny, go on, son. Ball in. Vidra in the box. Oh, how is that not gone in the back of the net? Was that the chance? Was that the chance? I don't really understand. Varela, Juaro. Go on, son. Get it around the corner. Fustin, he's in on goal here. He's saved it. Vidra on the rebound. And it's blocked. It's been a great start from Granada so far, which is great, but we do need that second goal. We've been vastly the better side so far, and that pleases me. Possession and pass completion is so far above anything that Mallorca can come up with so far, which is good. That usually when we get those things right, we get results. Not always, but most of the time. Success coming across there. Fustin plays a lovely ball for Vico. Can he get it back in the box? Oh, that's poor. Bentaleb hopefully will mop that up for us and we won't lose it. We keep the ball. Possession has been fantastic actually so far. I've jinxed it there, I've jinxed it. Akenwa in the middle here. Esteban, get that tackle in. Benz. Oh, my life. Come on now, don't let them... There we go. Insua thumps that out towards the linesman. I'll take it. A solid first half so far. Vico from the corner again, out to the edge for Fustin. Pick a pass, son. Inside for Vidra, has to score, does. 2-0 to Granada. And Mate Vidra's 27th goal of the season. I can't remember how many exactly it is in the league, but he's almost certainly going to be the second best scorer in this division as well. Alberto of Real Madrid is probably going to about 35 in the end. Fustin does well here. Vidra with a good touch to set himself up, and it is 2-0 to Granada. And surely now you'd have to think that this game is looking like it's going to be ours, but you just don't know. We've not got the best defensive record in this league. Goal difference is starting to catch up with the teams above us, which is good, but I just don't think we're going to quite get to their level. Oh, that's well played. Vidra brings it down. Now go on, get forward, guys. Vico on it again. 2 goals to the good, but a third would really make me comfortable about what's going to happen in this game. He's been tackled, but look at that determination from Fustin to get on the end of it. That's brilliant. That's more like it. Vico, can he slip his man through? Out to Victor, the right back. Well, I say youngster, he's 23. Can he whip it in? Ball in. Huaro. Oh, it's in the back of the net. Amazingly, Mate Vidra makes it 3-0. Very, very lucky there. I'm not denying that. That was very lucky. I thought this was a really poor ball from Victor. He's played that so wide, but Huaro does so well to keep that in. I don't know what the goalkeeper's playing at there, and Vidra's put it in the back of the net for 3-0. Granada 3, Mallorca 0. I mean, what more can you want from a first half? Huaro with 2 assists in that game as well so far. Vidra with 2 more goals. He's definitely going to get us 30 goals in all comps this year, at least. And that's fantastic from him. Castileo is injured for them too. Well, I mean, the second half we can pretty much relax a little bit, just keep doing what we're doing. This has probably been one of my favourite performances from us this season. Like, we've had that 5-1 against Freco Triva, but we've not looked as comfortable for a while as we have in this game. That's what I would say. That means, oh, go on, Vico. Goes for goal. He scored again. 4-0 to Granada, and Vico's got 2 in 1 game. He's obviously trying to make a point to me, because that was brilliant stuff. We've not been so good with the free kicks lately, but that is a beautiful free kick. A little bit too central. Maybe the goalkeeper should have done a bit better, but it is Granada 4, Mallorca 0, and another goal on the goal difference for us. You never know. Can we... Not that it really matters anyway, because it's done on head-to-head in Spain. But it's just still nice to have a good goal difference. And it's certainly going to keep us up there as one of the top scoring teams in this division, that's for sure. I'm just going to hold out for a little while and keep... Actually, no. We're going to make a double sub just to get some fresh legs on the pitch. We're going to bring on Elias Anderson. I think probably what might be his first ever start for us, or appearance. The Swede that we've had on loan for ages and just haven't been able to get into the team. And who else can we bring off that's... To be fair, fitness-wise, Huaro looks like he could probably do with a little bit of a rest as well. So we'll get him off too. I'm making all this stuff just to try and rest some legs now. We're 4-0 up. We are going to win this match, so let's just get some of the other players on and just kill the game off. Vico now, ball in. Insuet. Oh, what an opportunity that was. That could have been 5. Let's go and get the biggest win of the season. That would be quite impressive, considering Mallorca aren't exactly a pushover in terms of... Well, they are. Today, evidently, they are very much a pushover. But, I mean, in general, they look like they're an all-right side, a sort of mid-table club. But we've demonstrated a hell of a lot of force today at home. And I think they're down to 10 men as well. So that's nice. I think we're going to just sort of grind out a nice... Be good to get a clean sheet as well, which is something we've struggled with a little bit. We had all those 4-0 win... Not 4-0, but 4-goal scoring games away from home. But we never actually got a clean sheet in any of them. So to get a 4-0 win here with a clean sheet is definitely a positive sign for our season. That's a huge win, and it certainly set our stall out. We are back above Athletic Bilbao. But the run-in is going to be mental. 2 assists for Huaro and Philippe Fustin, and 2 goals each for Fede Vico and Mate Vidra. That is brilliant stuff. Wow. Good times. Good times. That's given me some real confidence going to those final 6 matches. We're going to end up finishing with a really high points total no matter what, but it would just be really sucky if we got something like 83 points or something and came 4th. Hopefully that won't be the case. Atletico Madrid actually have to play Barcelona next, so that could be quite a tough one for them. You know, as Barcelona are admittedly further down the league, but still, they're Barcelona still. That's always the thing, that they are still Barcelona. Right, so, last game of the season, of course, will be the home match against Sporting. So Real Madrid away next is going to be tough. Barca at home is going to be tough, but I think we might be able to get a win there. I don't think we're going to be able to beat Real Madrid away from home or even get a point. I think they'll obliterate us. Levante away, that could be winnable because they're struggling, although they were in the relegation zone at one point. They've pulled away a little bit. Bilbao away is going to be tough, but then we do have home games against Rayo and Sporting to finish things off. So I think legislate for... I think we can get 10 points from that, which would take us to 80 points. I would expect to get at least 9 points from that. I'd like to think we can win away in Levante and definitely at home against the last 2 teams. But it's going to be the home match against Barca and the away matches at Athletic Bilbao and Real Madrid that are going to cause us all kinds of trouble. It's going to be very, very tough, but I think we've got it in the tank. You just never know. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you have liked what you've seen, please do drop a like on the video. And if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Outcast icons and From the Shadows in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I'll see you guys in the next episode for the crunch match, the final game of the season against Sporting, which will probably be the one that decides whether or not we are playing Champions League or Europa League football next year, and may potentially decide the financial setting of the club for the years to come. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.